It's models and a lot of these girls who work in the, anyone who works in the entertainment industry, really, I've only seen 6s and 7s. And he would get on, and no matter what I asked him, he would answer.
Yes.
In a very sincere and thought out way. I'd say, Donald, and I'd always call him Mr. Trump, he loves. If I ask you some names, can you tell me who the great beauties are? He goes, first of all, straight face. The great beauties, Howard, are not actresses.
Trump just got blindsided by his old friend Howard Stern, who went on live TV suggesting Melania would have divorced Trump years ago if she could. In the next 5 minutes, I'll break down exactly what Stern said and why Trump is absolutely losing it. I've got clips from those infamous interviews where Trump rated women's bodies, talked about Melania in bed, and made comments that would destroy most political careers. Plus, I'll explain why this matters. It's not just celebrity drama. It reveals something crucial about the man who wants to be president again. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Ever wonder what happens when two massive egos suddenly stop getting along? The Howard Stern and Donald Trump friendship wasn't just any celebrity bromance. It was a match made in narcissist heaven that crashed harder than one of Trump's casinos. For nearly 2 decades, from 1997 to 2016, Trump was practically a regular co-host on Stern's show. These appearances weren't just casual chats. They were opportunities for Trump to indulge in his favorite pastime, rating women like they were prize cattle at a county fair.
Mm-hmm. But I was on his show a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, he has a best of. Did you ever see the best of Howard Stern? I don't want to promote it necessarily, but...
If I ask you some names, can you tell me who the great beauties are? He goes, first of all, straight face. The great beauties, Howard, are not actresses.
I don't know if that's true because they chose me because of the success. They said it's not possible to win. Nobody's ever done that. I mean, and nobody ever gives up primetime show. It was a big hit.
Take Angelina Jolie, for instance. Trump once declared she was a great beauty. 7, really? Why? Well, come on. As if Angelina Jolie herself was sitting at home, desperately waiting for Donald Trump's numerical approval. And it wasn't just random celebrities that got the Trump rating treatment. No woman was safe from his unsolicited opinions on their physical appearance. Stern's audience ate it up, of course. Nothing gets ratings like a billionaire with zero filter making wildly inappropriate comments about famous women. It was like watching a train wreck in slow motion. Horrible, but impossible to look away from. The cringe factor went into overdrive when Trump would discuss his personal life. Remember when he thought the world needed to know about his life with Melania? She must be terrific, and she is terrific in bed, he proudly announced on air before adding, "Now she wouldn't want me to say that." Gee, you think, Donald? Nothing says respectful husband like discussing your wife's bedroom skills with millions of radio listeners. I'm sure Melania was thrilled. These outrageous interviews were perfect for Stern's shock jock brand.
I had The Apprentice for 12 years.
Oh, I know.
14 seasons, but 12 years, a lot of time.
And he would get on, and no matter what I asked him, he would answer.
Yes.
In a very sincere and thought out way. I'd say, Donald, and I'd always call him Mr. Trump, he loved.
And they wanted to do a 5-year extension. And I said, no, that's actually when I knew I was going to do it. And I love doing The Apprentice. Mark Burnett, who's a great guy, and the producer and all of the people from NBC, everybody came up to see me to talk me out of running.
Trump would say things that would make even Stern's most desensitized listeners squirm in their seats. But hey, that was just Donald being Donald, right? No harm done when you're just a reality TV host and failed casino owner. But then something changed. When Trump decided to run for president, suddenly all those wild interviews weren't just locker room talk anymore. They were potential campaign killers. All those hours of audio where he objectified women and made inappropriate comments became political ammunition. You could almost hear the campaign managers screaming as they discovered just how many times their candidate had opened his mouth on Stern's show. The real turning point in their friendship came during the 2016 election. While Trump likely expected his old buddy Howard to back him all the way to the White House, Stern did something unforgivable in Trump's world. He endorsed Hillary Clinton instead. For Trump, this wasn't just a political disagreement, it was the ultimate betrayal. Stern explained the fallout plainly. He asked me to endorse him and I couldn't. I haven't heard from him since. Just like that, years of friendship evaporated because Stern wouldn't pledge his allegiance to King Donald.
Then he went woke.
Yeah.
And since he's gone woke, his ratings have gone down the tubes, and he sort of went anti-Trump for a couple of reasons. They wanted to renew me for 5 years. They were all set to do it, and I didn't want to do it. I said I wanted to run for president.
So, I'd say, well, Donald, I think Angelina Jolie is a great beauty. 7.
Like Howard, I was on Howard Stern's show as much as anybody, and
Yeah.
he was great at that time. And
For a man who demands absolute loyalty from everyone around him, having a former friend publicly reject him was like a dagger to his ego. As Trump's presidency progressed, Stern became increasingly critical, even comparing Trump to a game show host who lost the cue cards. This wasn't the playful ribbing of their earlier relationship. This was serious criticism from someone who had seen behind the curtain. Someone who knew all the things Trump had said when he thought it was just guy talk on the radio. What made this friendship work in the first place was that both men were using each other. Trump got precious airtime to feed his never-ending hunger for attention, and Stern got outrageous content that boosted his ratings. It was a perfect symbiotic relationship until it wasn't.
it was so successful. The big question is, did it make a difference? Would I have been president? A lot of people say they created this guy from The Apprentice.
Like that. I'd say, Mr. Trump, tell me, who are the great beauties? To me, a guest who comes on and says anything that is in his mind is a great guest.
I was there for just about all of them, the best of. We had good shows, he was good, but he's changed and, he doesn't do the ratings anymore.
It's models and a lot of these girls who work in the, anyone who works in the entertainment industry, really, I've only seen 6s and 7s.
The problem? Only Stern seemed to realize this was the arrangement all along. Trump apparently thought they were genuine friends, which is why the betrayal hit him so hard. Their fallout reveals something fundamental about how Trump operates. He doesn't have friends. He has useful people who serve his purposes until they don't. The moment Stern chose his own principles over Trump's demands for loyalty, he was instantly transformed from friend to enemy. There's no middle ground in Trump's world. You're either with him 100% or you're against him. What we're seeing in this Stern-Trump breakup isn't just celebrity drama. It's Trump's entire relationship playbook laid bare. Stern nailed it when he said, "Loyalty is not a two-way street. It's a one-lane road paved in gold leading directly to his ego." That's Trump in a nutshell. The most damaging thing to Trump isn't even Stern's mockery. It's that those old interviews contain Trump's own unfiltered words. No wonder he's mad. Howard didn't need to make anything up. Trump did all the embarrassing all by himself. Their recent interactions show just how petty things have gotten. Stern calls Trump's presidency a disaster, while Trump fires back with personal attacks. Classic Trump move: when criticism hits too close to home, attack the messenger. In Trump's world, you're either kissing his orange behind or you're the enemy. There's no middle ground with this guy.